Hey everyone, Writer in Paradise here. I haven't been on here for a while. I have been in Angeles City now, living here in Angeles City for a little over 3 months. I like it a lot. We're in rainy season here. As you know, I was in Thailand. If you followed me before, I was living in Phuket. I lived there for 3 years. But now, like I said, I've been living here in Angeles City for about 3.5 months. Just wanted to let you know what's going on here. You know, this is Angeles City is the city of vloggers, and I don't intend to try to compete with them. You know who they are. They give a lot of good information, interesting takes. Some are a bit over the top, some are a bit more informative, but it's all good. It's all entertaining. It's all entertaining. So I'm a writer. I've written 2 books. They're available on Renaissance. They're available on Amazon and other sites, also bookstores. One is called Silver or Lead, which is a thriller about a drug cartel and these 2 guys that get involved in it inadvertently. And then the other is called Roppongi. I was in the Navy for 20 years, retired from the Navy, and I was in Tokyo area. And this book is about a terrorist group there, and the main villain of the terrorist group is a guy named Asahara, Shoko Asahara. My mind went there for a little bit. That happens. Anyway, so pick them up if you like, and you know, give me a review. And if you would like me to get you a book, I'll get you a book, and you can review it. First 2 people I will do it for, but then that's it. Then you got to buy it. But I really need reviews. You know, I'm a new writer. I think the books are really good. I like them a lot, and I'm working on my 3rd book right now. That's one of the reasons I moved out here. But just a little bit about Angeles City. Like I said, if you haven't been here, it's rainy season right now. This is the normal time for rain, and it's raining right now. I'm actually going to be heading to Bangkok tomorrow night to see some friends. Just be there for about 4 days, but I'm hoping I can make the flight. I'll tell you why at the end of this. First, I want to talk a little bit about my experience in Angeles City. I have a very nice apartment here. I'm paying a little bit more than you would pay for apartments here, but I think it's well worth it. I'm paying 40,000 pesos a month. That includes Wi-Fi, which comes out to anywhere, depending on the peso. Peso's at 50, right around 58 right now, which is great. 58 to the dollar. And so that's around 670 to 700 bucks, something around there, a month. Considerably less, of course, than the United States. A little bit more than I was paying in Thailand, but it's a brand new apartment. The security is phenomenal here. They, you know, if you have any maintenance issues, they take care of you right away. Some of you may guess where I'm at right now, but anyway, it's in Angeles City, and I highly recommend it. Like I said, I've been here for about 3.5 months. So that's good. So the cost of living here compared to Thailand, in my experience, is much less. And that's mainly because of the peso. I mean, this is a poor country, unfortunately. Poorer than Thailand. And the peso rate is very good for us, for the dollar. So our dollars go very far. I've been using the ATM here, but that's not a good thing to do. For long term. Like I said, I'm working on a retiree visa here. So eventually, I'm working on right now getting my retiree visa, and with that, I'll get what is called an ACR card, which will enable me to open a Philippine bank account here. And once I do that, I'll be. I have checks too for my American bank, and I can cash my checks, turn them into pesos. You know, $1,000 a shot, and then go over and get that 58 peso exchange rate and be doing well. But with the ATMs here, you're paying 250 pesos a shot. It doesn't sound like a lot, but if you're continually doing it, it adds up. And also, you're not getting anywhere near the best exchange rate on the machines. So anyway, that's just my deal. But for now, I'm doing the machines until I get my everything else straightened out. But as far as if you're single, this is a great place to come. A lot of nice girls here. A lot of not so nice girls, if you know what I mean. It's all good. I judge no woman. And you know, they have a big mall here. You can go to the mall. It's called SM. They have them all over the Philippines, and very nice, state of the art, really Western mall, and so you can go there. There's coffee places. I'm a total coffee addict. I don't drink, but I'm a coffee addict, and that's one of two addictions. I won't mention the other one. You can probably guess. But so I'm here. I'm single. I'm living in this apartment, really nice apartment, and life is good. It's good. I'm 69 years old, and so I feel good. And so if you come to Angeles, it's a good place, really, whatever you're looking for. I mean, I know people who here are married. I know families here have a great time. They love the place, because the great thing about Angeles, especially if you're married and even single, you can use this as your base, and you can shoot out there and you get cheap flights or take the bus. The bus is surprising. I tell you, I was surprised. The buses are really good here, unless you're going long term. I made the mistake of going to a place called Bicol, B-I-C-O-L, which is a province, and it's 13, 14 hours from me. And I went on a bus, and it was an absolute nightmare. So for a long journey, I would not recommend it. I would fly. And but that's a long story as to why I did that. I won't go into that right now. But I had a rooster sitting 2 rows behind me. It was that, you could imagine. But I chalk it down to experience. I'm a writer, so that rooster will be in my next book. But so yeah, the buses are good. If you go to Manila, like Manila is about an hour and a half from here, or every once in a while I'll go to Manila, and it's a good bus ride. It's very nice. They go all the time. You can pick it up at the mall, or you can get them over at Dow. There's various stations here. Now, as for Angeles City itself, you've all heard of the walking street. It's a walking street. It's a red light district, essentially. Basically, there's all bars there. It's very similar if you're in Thailand, Bangalore Road, in Pattaya, Soy 6, Soy Cowboy. It's kind of the same deal, but it's in Angeles City, just in one area. The Koreans have basically taken over all the bars there. Not all of them, but they're in the process of doing that. I personally don't have an issue with the Koreans. The way I look at it, they're business people. They're operating a business. I think I told you when I was in Thailand, I did have an issue with the Russians. Not all Russians, of course. I don't want to stereotype. I don't want to complete an entire race. But the ones that were there, that were going to Thailand, particularly Phuket, were escaping the Ukraine war. I don't blame them for that. But they had a lot of money, a lot of more, I think, probably related to the oligarchs. And they were moving in there, and they were staying for good. And what that entailed was them starting up businesses, which in a lot of cases were, how do I put this, illegal businesses. And, bypassing the visa stuff and everything else. This is just some stuff that I actually saw happen. And, they tend to be extremely arrogant, extremely obnoxious. I think it's a cultural thing, and they're very paranoid. And I guess if I grew up in Russia, I would be paranoid too. You don't know if your next door neighbor is going to send you to the gulag at any moment. So they're very paranoid. Now, there are, of course, exceptions. But I'm just giving you my experience in Phuket. That's one of the reasons I left. It's getting too crowded anyway, and the traffic is insane. Another great thing about Angeles is you can walk pretty much every place, and it's good for my cardio. I like walking. You can take a trike, which can be hair-raising sometimes, very scary. Unfortunately, I heard 3 weeks ago, an American guy, next door neighbor, a friend of mine, got killed on a trike. But it was very, very unusual because the guy that was driving the trike shouldn't have been driving it. He wasn't licensed. It was a one-off thing, and the poor guy got killed. But, I take trikes. Grab here, they have Grab here. Grab is actually less money than the trikes. And, they have air conditioning and everything. It's very cheap. And, so I live, I'm near the VFW is here. As you said, I'm a veteran. I have a post office box there because I'm a veteran. I get my mail there. Now, as getting back to Angeles City, the walking streets, basically if you're looking for girls, they have the bars, and you pay the bar fines. And, the closer you get to Walking Street, the more expensive it is. If you go to places like on Fields Avenue, or Friendship, I should say, the places like before Fields Avenue, it's less expensive. The drinks are less expensive. What they call lady drinks are less expensive. The bar fines, which of course is taking the girl out of the bar, are less expensive. Now, I don't know this from my personal experience. I'm just I'm just mentioning things that I hear from my friends here. But anyway, so that's the deal there. And you have the Koreans run the businesses, the restaurants for the most part. But like I said, I don't have an issue with them. I've never been treated rudely when I go into a bar. As I said, I don't drink. I'll go in there and have a Coke. I'll flirt a little. I'll talk to the girls, you know. They have the go-go dancers and things like that. And I do that. Now, I don't do that all the time because it really can get old, you know, especially because I don't drink, you know. And so I do a lot of, like I said, I'm writing, I'm visiting I have a great group of friends here that I've met, friends of Bill, if you were, and if you would. And, you know, we go to different places. I've gone to Baguio City, like I said, Manila. Baguio City, I'd highly recommend. It's about, what is it, about a 5-hour bus ride from here. It's way up. It's about 5,000 feet above sea level, 6,000 feet. And I really liked it. Really cool place. You can get out of Angeles City, fly around. Like I said, I'm going to Bangkok tomorrow night. And so you can do all those things. And it's cheap. You know, it's very cheap. What I wanted to mention, what I got, if anybody out there can give me some input on this. The other night I had something really scary happen to me. I'm just getting rid of this respiratory thing I had. And I woke up the other night and the room was spinning. And it wasn't just spinning like when I used to drink and when I had hangovers. It was spinning like 100 miles an hour. I mean, it was really scary. And it turned out, of course, to be vertigo. And I went to the doctor here. There's a clinic here called the British Medical and Dental. They're a clinic I would highly recommend. They have 3 of them here in Angeles. And I've never had a problem with them. You know, I pay out of pocket, very reasonable. I went in there the other day for the vertigo thing. I got meds. I got a ton of meds. Also was for the bronchitis. It was bronchitis as well. Got a ton of meds. Talked to a doctor. Got a shot, an antibiotic shot. The whole thing cost me the equivalent of 140 American dollars. And it's a reputable place too. You know, that's the good thing too. So anyway, if anybody's had experience with vertigo, please let me know. Let me know how you treated it. How was it when you flew? Was there a problem when you flew? That kind of thing. Anyway, that's, you know, I hope to be making more of these vlogs, as they call them, as we go along. I'm not going to be one of these guys walking down Angeles Street and showing you all the bars. I'm going to be talking about this and that. I'm going to be talking about my writing. If we have any writers out there, I'd love to connect with you guys. I know there are some writers out here. Read my books. Silver or Lead or Rapungi. Oh, I guess I'll have to give you my name. Okay, James Cox, C-O-X. That's my last name. That's for my books. And again, you can find them on Rapungi on Amazon is the easiest way. If you have an Amazon Kindle, you can get them for free. And I would really appreciate it also if you read them, to review them. Give me 5 stars. Thank you very much. But anyway, great talking to you. Have a great day. Any questions you might have for me? About Angeles, about Thailand, about Phuket. I will be here for the foreseeable future. Like I said, I have a 6-month lease. I have 3 months left on this lease. I plan on staying after that. I really like it. I can pop over to Vietnam. I haven't been to Vietnam yet. I want to go to Da Nang. We go to all these different places in Southeast Asia. Very cheap. So like I said, it's a great base to have. It's a great base. And that's all I got. Have a great day.